That was an outstanding performance. Now I could like to call upon Nafisa of grade 5 to join me.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Nafisa. I am from grade 5. Trust is definitely a magical word. But the question is, how many of us hold it? Let's welcome grade 2 to grade 5 students to enact a sketch on a wise judgment.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Fidus Kausar. I am from grade 5. We are going to present a play, A Wise Judgment, and I am going to narrate this play. This is a story of two friends, Ali and Wazir. Ali had a dream of going to Mecca and had collected enough money for the pilgrimage. In fact, had more than needed. He had heard that there are robbers on the way. Hence decided to leave the money with his friend. But he didn't want his friend to know about the money. He gets the idea, he puts the money in a clay jar and decides to take the jar with Wazir back once he returns from pilgrimage. Scene 1. The next day, Ali goes to Wazir's house with a large jar of olives.
Knock knock. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I am fine.
What brings you to my house so early in the morning? And what's that in your hand?
I have decided to go on a pilgrimage to Mecca. I don't know how long the journey would take. Can you be kind enough and keep this jar of olives with you when I am away?
Gladly, my friend. Come, let's go to the storeroom.
Both go to the storeroom to keep the jar.
You can place your jar there in a corner.
Jazakallahu khair.
Barakallahu feek. I do hope you have a safe journey. Let Allah bless you.
Ameen.
Some years later, at Wazir's house, he and his sister are having supper.
I wish I had some olives. It has been a long time since I had some.
Yes, Bhaijan, even I would like to have some.
Oh, that reminds me the jar of olives that Ali have left with me. Give me a plate. I shall bring some olives from the jar.
Scene 2.
The plate.
Wazir goes to the storeroom and starts to remove the olives from the jar. All the olives at the top were spoiled. He then takes them out and finds the olives at the bottom fresh. So he pours them on a plate. He finds the gold coins along with the olives. He was shocked.
Allah.
He thinks that he is lucky to have the gold coins hidden by Ali. How they are his coins and he is a rich man. He quickly goes out after locking the storeroom.
What took you so long, Bhaijan, and where are the olives?
Oh, all the olives were bad. I kept looking in the jar, but not a single olive was fit to eat.
Oh, so sad.
The next day, Wazir went to the market, bought fresh olives, filled the jar with fresh olives, and removed the gold coins. Scene 3. 1 year later, Wazir is busy at work in his home. There is a knock on the door.
Knock, knock.
He opens the door.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Oh, he came back. How about it to see you? Where have you been all these years?
I am glad to see you too, my friend.
Please come in. Please sit.
Tell me, Wazir, is my jar of olives safe with you?
Sure, it is in the storeroom, just where you have left it. You can take your jar.
Jazakallahu khair.
Barakallahu feek.
He took the jar and went home. On reaching home, he immediately empties the jar. But the jar doesn't contain gold
Where are
coins.
my gold pieces?
He immediately rushes to Wazir's house.
Knock, knock. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
My friend, I had kept some gold pieces in the jar of olives, but now I find only the olives. What happened to the gold pieces?
Gold pieces? Wali, you said that the jar was filled with the olives. Now you're telling you kept gold pieces in it. Later on you'll say you kept gold, pearls and diamond too. Do you expect me to believe you?
Ali angrily.
Hey, tell me the truth, or else I shall go to the court. Let the judge hear us and decide.
Sure, come, let's go.
at the court.
Silence! The judge is coming!
The judge arrives.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What is your complaint?
Your Majesty, 7 years ago I had gone on a pilgrimage to Mecca. I had 1,000 gold pieces, which I wanted to live in a safe place. I put them in a jar of olives and kept with my friend Wazir. I thought when I return, I will take the jar back. When I returned and took the jar back, I did not find a single piece of gold in it.
What do you have to say about this?
Your Majesty, Ali brought the jar to my house and told that it contains only the olives. There was no mention of gold coins.
Was there any witness
I give them my...
gold coins are kept in that jar?
No, Your Majesty, I kept this matter as a secret.
Wazir swears that he received only a jar of olives. I can find no evidence to prove that there are gold coins in the jar. I must dismiss the complaint of Ali. Ali requests the judge not to dismiss the case, but the judge decides to send the case to the Caliph.
Please, Majesty, I request you, don't dismiss this case.
Okay, I will send this case to Khalif. Inshallah, Khalif will decide the case. The next day at the Caliph's court, Ali and Wazir are present. The judge is seated next to the Caliph.
Ali and Wazir, judge had told me your case, and inshallah, I will decide the case today. Bring the jar of olive. Please bring the jar of olives.
Jar of olive.
Wazir, look at the jar. Do you agree that this is the jar that was in your church?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Was it possible for any of your servants to enter the room and open the jar?
It was not possible for anyone to do so. The key was with me.
Call the olive merchant from the market. Olive merchants.
2 olive merchants are brought in.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How long can you keep the olives in a good condition?
For not more than 2 years, sir.
After that, they turn black and lose color.
Please taste the olives.
Merchants taste a few olives.
Well, what you have to say?
These olives are good and fresh.
They must have been grown this year.
Jazakallahu khair. Wazir, do you still say that you never opened the jar during these 7 years?
Wazir falling on his knees.
Spare me. I shall return the gold coins to Ali.
Yes, you must do that. But you shall be sent for prison for 100 days for lying and cheating.
All the people present praise the Caliph for his wise judgment.
MashaAllah, what a judgment Khalif has given.
Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqin.
Who you believe, be afraid of Allah and be with those who are true.
Namullahu alal kazibina ala Imran.
Al Imran 361, the curse of Allah upon those who lie. Jazakallahu khair.